Hey guys, Big Red 310 with a quick video. As you see, my hair is up because I just took a 4-hour nap. Like, the action now really hurts. Because that nap, I slept on the wrong side. Just didn't work out. Hey, quickly, Sherlock Holmes review. I thought the movie was great. It's a really fun movie to watch. It's really action-packed. The thing is, if you're a Sherlock Holmes fan, if you've been watching Sherlock Holmes all these years, you might not like this movie. You might think they deviated too much from the Sherlock Holmes character, which they kind of did. But I don't know if Sherlock Holmes is a UFC fighter, because he's in boxing matches in this one, and he can kick the bad guy's ass, which from what I believe, he was supposed to be this nerd who can just figure out everything by looking at it, which they do that perfectly, I feel. And not to the point where it's ridiculous, but to the point where it's kind of believable. So yeah, I don't know if he's a really hardcore fighter, Sherlock Holmes, if he should be, but he is in this movie, so a lot of you people may not like that. The clues are kind of unsolvable. You can try, but you're not really figuring out a murder because they tell you who murdered who. Like, you all know who did it. You just have to know, really, like most Sherlock Holmes mystery, I believe, you just have to know the how. You just have to know the how he did this throughout the movie. And what really frustrates me is like how the plot develops from beginning to end. Sherlock Holmes kind of does it in an out of order situation. He explains what he did second, then he explains what he did third, then he explains how he did it first. It was kind of hard to follow. Basically, the plot is Sherlock Holmes catches this guy named Lord Blackwood and sentences him to death. And Lord Blackwood says how he practices dark magic and that he's going to return to life and kill people. So they hang him, but apparently he comes back to life and he starts killing a bunch of people. And Sherlock Holmes wants to know how he's doing it, and Sherlock Holmes obviously wants to stop him. That's the whole movie. It sounds more like a Die Hard type movie, like he's trying to control the city using fear, which I think is a great motivator to control a city. No, seriously, that's a cool, really cool as shit plot development. It's just not really Sherlock Holmes, but it's still a really fun movie to watch. I don't rate movies, I've told you this before, because I think everything generally depends on what you like. Like for this movie, how can I rate this movie? I mean, I can rate it on my personal enjoyment, but people who've been Sherlock Holmes fans all these years might not like it because it might deviate from the character. So I can't rate this movie. I'm going to say I thought it's a very enjoyable movie. I'll give it a thumbs up. I guess I'll do a thumbs up, a 2 thumbs up, a thumbs down, and 2 thumbs down. I don't know. Thumbs in the middle. This is 2 thumbs up, I'll say. This is a really fun movie to watch. It won't be winning any awards or anything like that, but it's a really fun movie to watch, really enjoyable. It's like 2 hours and 15 minutes, and it just flew by. So yeah, I would go see Sherlock Holmes. Okay, NFL AFC Wildcard Race. This is a complete mess. Well, it was a complete mess. It's actually a little more predictable now. But pretty much over the weekend, the Jaguars were ahead of the Dolphins, but the Dolphins technically had the tiebreaker over them. So really, the Ravens screwed everything up. Because the Ravens were, if it wasn't for the Ravens, the Dolphins would be in the wild card and ahead of the Jaguars. Because for some reason, like we conflict with the Ravens. Like, they have better conference record than we do, I believe. But the Jaguars have a better conference record than the Ravens. And since we all have the same record, technically the Jaguars go ahead. But we have the tiebreaker over them. It's really weird and complicated. Everybody lost. Like, no joke. Every wildcard team lost over the weekend. Dolphins lost. Besides the Jets, who had the game handed to them when Peyton Manning was pulled out of the game in the third quarter and they pulled their starters. And then the Jets just, okay, they literally were given the win, which I think is complete bullshit. I think the Colts just screwed over a bunch of teams with that move. Okay, look, the Jaguars lost, they're out. The Ravens lost, they are not out of it. The Steelers won because they played the Ravens. The Steelers are in it. We lost, we're out. Houston won. I believe they're still in it. Well, because they played us. And the Broncos lost. Right? Yeah. And the Titans lost. All the wildcard teams lost except for the Jets, Steelers, Titans, Texans. I believe the Jets control their own destiny. I believe it's if the Jets win, they're in. Like that. Which I think is bullshit. We beat them twice. We are a better team than them. I don't care what you say. We beat them twice in New York, or New Jersey technically, and in Miami. We beat them twice. So I don't care what you say. I don't care, Seth. You can make a video saying, "Oh, my prediction was right. We had a better season." We were a better team than you this year, and you know that for a fact. You had the playoffs handed to you, and I predict you guys to be a first-round exit. Thank you very much. And I believe if the Broncos win, they're in as well. I think the Broncos and Jets need to lose. I think then the Ravens and Texans need to lose. Let me look up. Yeah, they all need to lose. We have no chance. We don't. Wait, is it a conference game this week? Huh. If we win, we're 8-8. The Steelers will be 8-8. If the Texans and Ravens lose, they'll be 8-8. If the Jets and Broncos lose, they'll be 8-8. And it depends on if they're playing conference opponents, because we have a horrible conference record. It is a complete mess, but I don't know. I believe I went so far. I'm 11-4. Let me just make sure that. Let me see how many. I'm only gonna count the ones I got wrong. 1, the Cleveland game. 2, Miami game. 3, the Giants game. You guys got murdered. 4, the Saints game. I don't think anyone predicted the Bucs win. 5, the Colts game. 5, the Colts game. Yeah, so far, 10-5 with today's game. So I'm doing pretty well for myself. Okay. And now for the Royal Rumble. Who do you think will win the Royal Rumble? I've heard so many picks. Sarcastic Venom believes Bret Hart will win the Royal Rumble, which is a bit strange. But you know how they usually build it around a person each year. And, except for 07, which in my opinion was the most unpredictable, I think Shawn Michaels was built the most, and he probably should have won, but he didn't. But, the week before, I think they built up Undertaker, and everyone said, "Oh, that's it, Undertaker's going to win," and he did win. But I'm like, come on. Shawn Michaels did the same thing on Raw. Couldn't make him win. So this year it's really tough to predict. I don't think it is tough to predict. I just think people are making Royal Rumble videos too early. I don't think they have really started to build around the guy yet. The Royal Rumble's not until January 31st. We are not even done with December yet. They have a lot of time to build a guy to win the Royal Rumble, so they have not done it yet. So, Bret Hart, if Cena does not beat Sheamus, or if Cena does not fight Sheamus at the Rumble, then yes, obviously Cena will definitely win the Royal Rumble. So that'll all depend on tonight, actually 30 minutes. People say Kofi Kingston, but really his, after he lost clean to Orton, his push is pretty much, it's not done, but he ain't winning the Rumble. People say Morrison, but Morrison will most likely fight McIntyre at the Rumble, which I think is a bad idea. Who else? Who else are people saying? Batista. I think it's going to be Batista, Rey Mysterio, Undertaker at the Royal Rumble. That's my pick. That's what they're going to do at the Rumble. But if that match doesn't happen and Batista is in the Rumble, yeah, it's pretty much likely that they will win the Rumble. Is that Batista? Now, I won't say he'll win, because if he doesn't win if he doesn't fight at the Royal Rumble and he does not have the title, and Cena doesn't have the title and Cena fights at the Royal Rumble, we might get, and this could be pretty cool actually. If they're both in the Rumble, we could get another 2005 repeat where they both throw each other out, but this time Cena throws Batista out of the ring. What do you think of that? Yeah. And that sounds like a great way to do it. I just don't want Cena to win the Rumble though. I really don't. People say Morrison. Oh, like I already talked about Morrison. People say MVP. That would be great if he didn't just get buried by Sheamus in 2 minutes. I mean, I know you're trying to make Sheamus look tough. Having him bury MVP is not the way to do it. He still looks like a mid-carder. His first title defense, his first match besides Cena as champion is against the mid-carder. Come on. No one can take this guy seriously. I'm sorry. But really, I personally think we're being a little too hasty in making Royal Rumble videos. I think we should wait a little while, because I think that we haven't really given the WWE time to center around the guy to win the Rumble. Oh, wow, I'm on WWE.com, and they even say, Return of the Plain Kink and Blatt. Nice job, Vince. Anyways, So, like I said, maybe we should just wait a little while. I might make another Rumble video in like 2 to 3 weeks. I really love the Rumble. It's my second favorite pay-per-view of the year behind Mania. The Royal Rumble match is the match I look forward to the most all year. But, yeah. Hey, that's it. That's all I have to say today. Sherlock Holmes, great movie. Go see it. Wildcard Race. Jets play the Bengals. Are probably going to rest their starters. I mean, I think they're playing for... Are they playing for... They could be playing for the 4th seed, even though that's not the 3rd or 4th seed, but that's not much. Actually, yeah, they are. But that's not a big deal. That really isn't. They need the Patriots to lose anyways. So, yeah, they're probably going to rest their starters, and the Jets are probably going to go to the playoffs, which sucks. All right, that's it. That's all I have to say today. Big Grad 310. I'm out, guys. See you tomorrow. Peace. This is a response to Spinner video, by the way.